Hi. This video was actually a process of initiating communication. I've been talking with Flat Earth proponents about their path that they went down that led them to the Flat Earth community and the things that they follow. And I was actually having a textual communication and chat on YouTube and finding that a lot of the proponents of Flat Earth seem to be concerned about what was being talked about, and it seemed a lot of times explicit, aspects of proof came into question. And I stated multiple times that my channel was actually not about talking about proof or trying to dispute or argue about what proponents of the flat earth are stating. But because people seem to be caught up with it, I'm actually starting this video as a process of getting people to be involved in a communication that I would like to start, but because people seem to be caught up with going down the lines of proving things, that I will start an activity of at least presenting something that can go down that line of saying, this is a concept and there are aspects about it that people are indicating that are let's say incorrect from the flat earth perspective. So let's start with that. So I have a diagram. It's got a representation of a circular image here, obviously that's, let's say, representing the earth, and it's indicated from the globe-based perspective that the earth is a globe and it rotates at a 15 degrees an hour movement. And I have a person image on the Earth, and I'm going to assume that if the Earth is rotating at 15 degrees an hour, that person also is going to be moving roughly at 15 degrees an hour also. Well, not roughly, absolutely, because they're on the Earth. And the flat Earth proponents indicate that this is a invalid statement because this does not occur. They stipulate that if something is in the air, that a 15 degree hour rotation would indicate that the earth would rotate below that person or that thing that's in the air at a 15 degrees an hour rotational speed, and they say you don't see that, so how could that be an indication of being on a globe based planet? So the question I have is what you're stating, that is, if a person on the planet jumps up into the air for 1.5 seconds, that the earth below them will rotate at a 15 degrees an hour rotational speed, and at the end of that period they'll be over here, and that when the person comes back to the ground a second and a half later, that the earth will have rotated by a certain amount. And the flat earth proponents indicate that this is not possible. We don't see this occur, that if you do jump up in the air, that you don't see the earth rotating underneath you. There are actually other explanations that if you have, let's say, a helicopter or something, flying up in the air, you don't see the earth rotating below them at a 15 degree hour drift, which is another explanation of this observation. So what I have to ask to the flat earth community is, can they explain to me why this would happen? Because I have to admit I have a very, very difficult time understanding this. And if you can give me an explanation of why you indicate that this would have to occur if a globe Earth is rotating underneath you at 50 degrees an hour rotational speed, then that will be great. So that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm waiting for to talk about. Again, this video is to initiate that communication, and all I need from, let's say, people who want to talk about this is just a comment stating that they do want to talk about this, but it will have to be a video chat. So I want this to be a video chat. It will be a live YouTube streaming video chat, and we can talk about this topic. But when we do have the conversation, my initial comments or questions, I should say, will be asking about your history. How did you get to where you got to in the respects of the flat Earth, and that'll give me the process of continuing along the lines of what I actually want to have my channel focus on, which is basically talking about history. And then we can talk about, this aspects of an explanation of why this observation from the globe Earth perspective is incorrect. I won't be debating you on it. I'll be listening to your explanation. I most likely will have questions to try and get a clarification of what's going on here, and that way we can, have a communication or a conversation that may be more applicable to what, let's say, a proponent of flat Earth would be more comfortable talking about. But then again, like I said, my initial comments will be, my initial questions will be things that I'm interested in talking to you with about. So that would be the initiation or the starting point of the conversation. So if you're up to that, just send me a comment in the comment section and let me know you want to talk. If you do decide in the comments to actually give an explanation, I will delete it, because this video is not about to initiate a textual communication. I really want this to be a one-to-one communication activity. And if you're okay with that and you're up to that, just let me know in the comment section. Thank you.